All right, I was on mute. There we go. Alas, don't you worry. You are in the right place. You are here. All right, we're here. It's the Nightcap Crew. I'm going to go ahead and play the intro so you already know where you're at.
If I'ma spend, I gotta pay for some friends. Let me pay for some friends. If I'ma spend, shot of brains, your friend.
What is up, party people? And hello, my friends. It's your girl, Welcome to China, and welcome to the Nightcap Crew. Y'all already know it's the #1 talk show, late night show on YouTube that you've ever seen. We already know we're naming it and claiming it. Anyway, let's get into it, you guys. Today and today only, special day, we have a special guest here, you all. I'm going to let her introduce herself before I introduce the old scallywag of a crew, Chrissy Victory. Chrissy, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Victory. I'm a cosplayer, internet personality, I suppose, and now an actress. So that is me. That's what I do.
We love that, y'all. And she's being very modest. She's very great at what she does. And especially being a Black woman in cosplay, I will say that is something to give her flowers while she's here for it. Because we all know that it's a lot of white folks in the game, but it's good to see somebody of color, see some brown sugar in there. So we're glad to have Chrissy Victory here, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and introduce the rest of the crew. We got Ed and Miss Naturally Elegant Daisha Davis. We got Ed, Jocelyn Broussard, JoJo __. We got Goddamn Tam. We got Livy Rose 97. As I said, we got Chrissy Victory. We got Q Suave, the rapper you don't know yet, but now you know. And we got Fit Hollywood 6, who is now on TikTok as well. All right, you guys. Today's topic is going to be a surprise, as you already know. But what I did tell the panel is we're going to go ahead and get into a little bit of messiness today to go ahead and start it off. Now, I want to talk about the baby and all of the drama. So you guys know, I talk about tea on my channel, I talk about all types of stuff. But the baby, who is a rapper, who we all know, had a Rolling Loud performance. And he decided to say some choice words about some communities, the LGBTQ plus community, as well as people who suffer from the disease of HIV/AIDS, who we know is to some considered a death sentence. So it's very touchy subject. Now, I'm very educated on HIV/AIDS. I have a family member who suffers from that, and I know a lot about it. So through that, I am educated on it. The rest of the world, I do know, is not very educated on the circumstance. The baby came out and apologized, long story short. But what he did say is, raise your hand up if you don't have an unincurable disease, or raise your hand up if your WAP smells good. So he was just doing one of those stand up, what's up type of things that rappers do. But since then, he has been taken off of Levitating, which is a Dua Lipa song. I'm levitating. Yeah. And that was one of his second biggest songs of all time, because Dua Lipa is like Lady Gaga status overseas. So she's a huge pop star. So still big for his career. And also Boohoo Men, which is another brand of clothes that women wear, men wear too, like a Fashion Nova. He lost his sponsorship with them as well. Panel, I'm going to let y'all watch his apology. And I want to know and weigh in and just hear how you guys feel about this. So I'm going to start it, and then we're going to get into the topic for those who aren't aware.
He's talking about how the internet.
Let me go ahead and reshare my sound. Again, if you guys are here, make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up to show your girl some love. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here, which you shouldn't be, but if you are, welcome. And let's look at this.
He's talking about how the internet and twisted up my word. Me and all my fans at the show, the gay ones and the straight ones, we turned up. I'm talking about my boy that was at the front of the stage, left over there by where I jumped at. Ask him. He got clips all on it. Whole night was recording. We were turned the whole night. My boy had the crop top on, front row. Yeah, out there in that jungle, in that water. Yeah, he out there. He's standing on the rail, got them cutting up. He know words. I saw him. I'm rapping them with him. Yeah, y'all talking about y'all. Shut the up. You know, that ain't at the show. The show is for paid the money and took the time out of their life to come enjoy the show. Not you watching it on the internet at the crib. No, get your tickets and come. Live show killer, gay or straight. Don't let him. The hell, I say, regardless of what you don't got AIDS, put a cell phone light up. I say, if you ain't in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights up. So I could drop my next song. I wasn't going on no rant. That's called a call to action. That's what that's called, because I'm a live performer. I'm the best live performer. I'm the live show killer. You interact with your fans. You get what I'm saying? Look, all the lights went up gay straight. You want to know why? Because even my gay fans don't get in AIDS. Stupid. They don't got AIDS. My gay fans, they take care of themselves. They ain't going for that. They ain't no nasty gay. You know what I'm saying? They ain't no junkies. You know what I'm saying? On the street. The hell you talking about? Then I said, if you ain't in the Rolling Loud parking lot, put your cell phone light up. You know what my gay fans did? Put them light up. Cause they ain't going for that. They got class. They ain't sucking up no parking lot. You got to get a room, a good one, 5-star hotel for them. Or goddamn, yeah, you got to wait till they go to the crib. They ain't just gonna be out here just doing no anything. Yeah, if they a fan of me, they on some big dog. We ain't just going for nothing. You know, even my gay fans got standards. Y'all tripping. Y'all bringing negative Rolling Loud for streaming. You ain't supposed to see it anyway. You ain't take the time or the energy or the dollar to bring that to the show. So you ain't supposed to get it. It ain't supposed to translate through a little 6-second clip on the cell phone. You see what I'm saying? That wasn't for you.
So the baby telling all y'all bitch ass niggas that y'all should have been there or been motherfucking square pussies. Y'all you're sucking motherfucking dick in the parking lot. And he's saying that his fans ain't got that. But little do we know, straight people can have HIV too. Oh man. Oh no. Oh man. We ain't gonna get to that. Tam, everybody calling you out in the chat. Let's go ahead and get into it. How are you feeling about the baby and all of the drama?
Yo, I feel like his apology was whack as fuck. For one, it was just fake as hell. I'm just so tired of the practice of like bashing homosexuality, in mainstream music in America, and it's so weird to correlate having HIV and AIDS with just the gay community, and it's just like people just say things out their mouth, and especially as a member of the LGBT community, we're so sick of hearing that shit. Like, no, like what you said, what you meant, and he tried to make it seem like, oh, my gay fans, have standards and not, sucking dick in a parking lot. But then like your DJ goes to say, yeah, a lot of people are sus. So like, stand up to what you said, stand up to what you believe.
So do you listen to the baby before this? Let's say
before this, I did, yeah.
After, how do you feel?
I don't know. Like, I don't want to fuck with it because I feel like he disrespectful as hell.
So do you feel like a toy? Because I know it's easy everybody liked R. Kelly. I know this is an extreme, but it was hard for us to not listen to R. Kelly at one point because it was music we enjoyed. We knew it was wrong. It was like, just don't feel right no more. Now, do you have that same feeling, or do you think that just because, rappers are homophobic and that's how they bumming usually, unfortunately, that you think you can get past it?
I don't, it's hard to say. I know that I'm upset. I don't know if like, am I gonna forever stop listening to his music? But I feel like if I don't stand for something, we gonna all, fall for something. So I feel like as a part of the community, maybe I should stop supporting his music because I feel like half the gay population, we contribute to your success. Like, we love this music. We listen to it. Like, the main was, music got popular by playing it in gay clubs, back in the day and even to now. When the queens love your music, shit, you gonna go far. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we the main supporters of that. So I think we gotta stand up for our rights and stuff.
Stand up, stand for something. You gotta stand for something. You fall from anything. All right, Chrissy, how you feeling about this? We do entertainment. We do entertaining. We know it's important. People listen to what you say, all that fun stuff. How you feeling about this?
I never really liked him for copywriting me on Twitter and getting my Twitter locked for a couple days. That could have been his company.
What happened?
So I already had like a bad vibe. Because one of his songs was in like one of my, because I do a lot of poll practice videos like in studios and stuff. And I used one of his songs And I put it on Twitter, and I'm like, I was locked out of my Twitter account, and he like copyright striked me. It was very frustrating. I
So
was
the
so
baby don't complain
annoyed.
about his music either. So how you feel about him and all
Like
this?
a snippet. I from that and like all the other stuff he's done, I felt like he should have been canceled because he's like beat up women. He's assaulted a couple women and like he's killed people. Like he should have been cut off. I never understood the hype in the first place. His apology was condescending and very ignorant and not thought out, and just goes to show that he doesn't care. It's all about business to him. And even though he's losing prospects now, it just goes to show that this should have been done ages ago. And he's not really media trained, and he's not really professional at all. Handles things. So it's about time, honestly.
All right. So
It's
Chrissy
like
said,
a lot of these new
time.
faces are. Yeah, it's just like he's a joke. To me, he's one of the many like to get away with all that stuff, and there's no consequences for their actions. It's literally about time. Like it's literally no reason why he should have gotten so many chances in the first place.
Okay, so it's cut
That's
to
my
him.
opinion.
He got a lot of stuff going on. It sounds like that's what's coming to him. So everybody on the same boat now. Now, a lot of people, Dave, I'm gonna let you go ahead and chime in on this as well. Some people are saying R. Kelly did nothing wrong. Bill Cosby didn't do nothing wrong. None of these people are doing anything wrong and no accountability. Let's talk about it.
First of all, the baby put me in the mindset of when your mama like did something wrong and she just trying to apologize, so she go to the store. She asked you if you want something from the store. Like that. That's what that was. That was like, I ain't gonna say sorry, but you want something from the store? Or they come back with your favorite snack. You'd be like, all right, I ain't mad no more. Like that's what that was. What do we call that? I can't even think of the word for it, but it's definitely not okay. That apology was not okay. Now, people under the little show saying stuff for clout. I get it. Y'all know R. Kelly did something wrong. Don't do that. Bill Cosby, he did something wrong back in the day, but being a criminal justice major, I will say this, none of us was there. And the stuff that he was doing to people was before we was all born. And while our parents were still kids, for the most part. So to bring somebody up on some charges that happened 35 years ago, when we already know the statute of limitations is up, they just wanted to get him, which I don't really have a personal opinion about it. I don't really mess with Bill Cosby like that because, he talked bad about our folks. So I'm good on that.
Okay, so we're good on all that conversation. You got them right. Now let's talk about the baby. Was this necessary? What was up with this?
I mean, I look at the baby as a product of his environment. We all know homosexuality in the ghetto is just not accepted. It's just not. Like it's just not accepted at all. Like you being gay is just not accepted. Oh, you a fag. Oh, you a this. Oh, you a that. And all these bad negative things. That wasn't an apology. He didn't apologize. He was just like, man, I was just talking. So that's not an apology. He just had to address it because, like Chrissy said, it's business. Business is business. So he had to say something about it. It depends on your perspective of it. But me personally, I don't think it was an opinion. It wasn't. It was just like, I was just talking. Boom, whatever, get over it.
So it wasn't surprising. It just looked like he just hit a big wood and he couldn't even sit up and give us a real apology.
Yeah, because it's not, like he said, he was pumping the crowd up and he had a dude in a crop top right in front who didn't. Me, it's personally very, very insensitive to me because, like you said, it's a lot of people who have kids and have families and are gay and aren't gay and are in between, and anybody could have a disease. That's like saying, oh, you got COVID because you went outside, or you got COVID because you stayed in the house. That's stupid. And it doesn't make people dirty just because they have a disease that a lot of times, if you look up the percentages of people who have HIV, they slept with somebody who did not tell them that they had the disease. So it's kind of like, I don't know. At the end of the day, it wasn't an apology.
So they're saying that he came out and said, you know, he was sorry to those who are part of the community. For me, something that I felt was interesting was that he's like, I see them over there, my gay fans over there, they ain't got it. They ain't dirty. They not doing that. See, I got gay fans right here. They like me. So
that's trash.
Fans,
that's like you saying you got one black friend. Like
that's all it sounded like. That's all it literally.
Like that's what that is. So
that's what it sounds like. All right, Fit, let's get into it. How you feeling about this? You listen to the baby.
I was just surprised when I saw he said that because I saw the video. I'm like, damn, like where's he going with this? Like, what the fuck is he saying? Like, I was just shocked because I ain't gonna lie. Like, I fuck with the baby music. Like, it's just one song. It ain't no stopping no nigga like me, and that shit get me pumped. But I was just kind of surprised because it's like he just went all the way to the left with this one. It's like, damn, bro, what is you like? I didn't see the point of any of this. Like, especially for pumping up a crowd. Like, I'm like, where were you going with this? Like. And the apology, it wasn't really an apology. It was really like, man, I was at my show. I was doing my thing. Y'all wasn't supposed to see it, but y'all saw it. So deal with it type of thing. So, yeah, I'm just, it just surprised me.
Now, surprised? You're surprised that he speaks this way? He's always been more outspoken and more on the fouler side. We all know rappers get down to get down, but he's always been kind of like that type.
What's good, Jim Lover, my boy? What's the word? But yeah, I am surprised, like because it's. I mean, you saw the video. If you've seen the video, it was like out of nowhere. Like you in the middle of a show, and to say the things he said is like.
It's like, who hurt you, friend? It's like something very like.
It was weird. Like it was weird. Like the best way to describe it is it's weird and it was hateful. Like and people are hurt by it. So it's like, bro. Like I mean, and here's the thing. I'm not like. Trying to make any excuses for him, but he going through some shit too in himself because he just lost his brother and his father.
Drama. That Danny Lay got all up in him. He don't know what he's saying now.
Man, fuck that. He lost his mom. He lost his brother and his dad. So I think he need people around him that's real. That need to tell him like, yo, you tweaking. Because it's like if his father and his brother was probably around, they probably tell him, hey, bro, you tweaking. When you ain't got nobody in your camp to really check you. Yeah,
that's facts.
So he's becoming more famous. There's a lot more things going on with him now. It's a lot, you know. His career. He's at the biggest right now, and we all know that's when it's the most touchy and the most when you can fall. Q, go ahead. Let's touch on it. You a rapper?
Side note, real fast. Was that an individual braid on his head? Like, was that just like what was that thing poking out?
It looked like a little baby bun. Like he just took a couple pieces of his, like stretched his hair out and like.
It was a braid. It was braided to the back, y'all.
I had so many questions, but no, like, yeah, he like my favorite saying is, you need to think before you speak, because he didn't think at all before he said that shit, because. I'm not sure.
He was on weed though, right? He had a little drink in his cup, right?
Fuck that. I've been off LSD, and I've been perfectly fine greeting people.
You're not saying any slurs or
holding the door open for people. Consider it like this man, like Six said, bro. Like he may be just going through this fame and just consumed by just bullshit, to be honest. But yeah, he did hurt a lot of people with that comment, and that wasn't cool. But hopefully he starts to become way more considerate and, aware of what he says to the masses of people, because I didn't understand that, like, that comment about you guys didn't buy a ticket. I'm like, hold up now. I tried my best to go to Rolling Loud. I couldn't go. So shut up, the baby. Like, calm the fuck down.
You seen that meme though? I wouldn't have went either. They
like, you know what I mean? And then like I go there, I'm all hype, and he says that, I'm like, oh, well,
you look at that menu.
What the hell?
All right. What is it? All right, JoJo, how are we feeling about this?
Okay, first off, guys aren't the only one possibly sucking dick in the parking lot. Just to get that straight. So, like, I feel like people were like, it's specifically directed at like gay guys, but I just feel like that one for sure just could be everybody. And then somebody else just said it. I think it was Naturally Elegant. And basically I was watching like this other video and someone spoke out about him talking, and she was like, if you're always around people who are like just letting you say the same stuff, like they all have the same thought process of you. Basically, she was like, you know, you're so powerful that anybody that has a different mindset than you can keep away. Like you basically can pay to keep away from you. So, you know, I definitely think it's like a mixture of that, a mixture of him just being dumb drunk, like not thinking about what he's about to say. Like, you know, like obviously alcohol affects your mental state, and you're doing things, and you're physically doing things and saying things that you wouldn't possibly say when you're sober. So I'm obviously being drunk as an excuse, but like it is a factor into like he definitely wasn't thinking. Him speaking on HIV or, you know, any disease, I think is very distasteful, because it's not like you're about to educate your group, your fans, like on it that at that moment, you know, like you're just saying, you know, whatever comes to mind, obviously, and then, you know, bringing up gays and kind of like correlating that they go hand in hand when they don't. And the apology isn't an apology, obviously. Like somebody else said, it's just, I said what I said, like you can move on from it or not. I'm not really like, I wouldn't say a fan of his, so I feel like I can not really just be like, yeah, what he did was all right or what he did wasn't all right. You know, like I just feel like just to pick it apart, if you really
So
think
if Sada Baby was like, yeah, fuck these with the HIV, fuck these, you know, we love Sada Baby.
He said something about these people on Twitter.
Yeah.
They do.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Yes.
I don't know I couldn't hear what you were saying, but he definitely has addressed, like, I'm pretty sure he said like something along the lines of faggot on Twitter or something like that. And, you know, people were trying to cancel him on Twitter, but like basically like his fan base is so in the hood where the mentality is like, fuck the gays or, you know, whatever. So I think that is like a big, what you said, product of his environment. Like, I feel like that, you know, people are just gonna keep supporting him and sweep it under the rug because they have the same views, that they're like, fuck, you know, anybody who isn't straight or the definition of straight, basically.
All right. It's the same in the culture. Livy Rose, finish us off.
I don't think, here's the thing. I think alcohol is a truth serum. It brings your inner thoughts out. When you're drunk, you're going to say things like what Jocelyn said that you wouldn't say sober, because you're hiding that stuff when you're sober. So I think that DaBaby meant what he said, and it's really a shame, because I was starting to become into his music and I did like some of his songs, but after hearing those comments, I am completely turned off. AIDS and HIV is not a gay disease. And I think that's the overall like consensus about this situation. It's not a gay disease. You can be born with it, like literally. So the ignorance and the stigma about it being a gay disease needs to end, and it can't continue if a huge rap star like DaBaby, like, let's be honest, he's become pretty big, is going to keep influencing that stigma, and you know, a kid could hear that and grow up thinking it's a gay disease, but it's not. It can happen to anybody. So yeah, I don't think his apology was good either. I think he's just pussyfooting around it. He's not taking real accountability. And I think he could do a lot better. So, yeah, I'm disappointed, but I'm glad that there are people like Dua Lipa saying that's not okay too. You know, she featured him and was still big enough to be like, I don't agree with what he said, because, you know, of the reasons that I previously listed.
Let's touch on this really quick. Something that came out was the HIV and AIDS second apology. Now, people were saying that since Dua Lipa was a big pop star, and she's Albanian, but she was considered to be a white pop star or whatever, he then wanted to come back and apologize, really, when he started to lose out on that fan base, or when Dua Lipa made it a big deal.
Yeah.
So anybody got anything to say about that?
It's the money.
Because it's just for the money. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
I
about to say, just protecting your money.
He
That's
wants
really
to
what it
keep
is.
the title, the money. He wants to keep it all.
I think
apology is fake all around.
Right.
bro, I think the label was like, listen now, this is not cool. You got to do something because you're going to lose a lot of money. Fuck the hood life. Fuck him. Get off whatever you own, the high from the weekend. Nigga, this is it now. You got to do something. Because then he put at the end of his video that he came out with today, you know, standing with my brothers and sisters and those, and, you know, only hold me as accountable as those who suffer from these, you know, diseases and things of that nature. So it was just very, very, anyway. All right, y'all. The topic of tonight is not on the baby. Now, I know we spent a little bit of time on it, but we're going to go ahead and get into our next topic of the evening.
If I'ma spend, I gotta pay for some friends. Let me pay for some friends. If I'ma spend, shot a brain your friend.
All right. So a lot of you, or
Yes, I
some of
know.
you may not know, you have the Claremont twins. Now, the Claremont twins are a pair of twins who are like IG famous models now, influencers, content creators, whatever you
words.
do,
Sorry.
whatever you call what we do. They have been now blasted on the internet.
Ooh.
The topic of tonight, if you guys don't know, is body image for their lips. Now, the Claremont twins clap back at fans who've taken off-guard pictures of them saying unbothered. Now, they came out and said, little do y'all know, the more y'all hate, the more my insights go up. Thank you. You B words are sad. Now, the Claremont twins, this is how they look in general. We know that they're known for their big lips. You know, they're obviously fake and injected. You know that. That's the look for the girls, which is fine. That's what they're known for. But this was a little shocking for me now. I think maybe they just got the injections. And correct me if I'm wrong, anybody gets injections. I think they were just like, you know, popping a little bit.
Yeah, they swell.
Yeah.
They're
So when you
swollen.
get injections, it's inflammation in your face. So it takes a good, like if you pay attention to pictures of Nicki Minaj when she got her body done, it was a lot bigger, and then a little bit went by, and then she slimmed down because that's called inflammation. So, and on top of that, it's really off guard. So she looking at her cell phone, her mouth wide open, like it's kind of bold they did her like that. But either way, that's called
Really empathizing with the Claremont twins, Deja.
Yes, because I don't know them personally, but I'm gonna do what I want to do. I don't care what nobody got to say. And it takes a long time to get to that point where you are going to do what you want to do. They pay for it with their money or somebody else's, who knows.
And they got the Christian Dior. I'm up in the stores right here. When it rains, it pours.
Either way, they grown. They do what they want to do because I know I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I could care less about their lips. I ain't got nothing for them to look on, suck on, nothing. Them lips is not gonna do nothing to me. Like, so I don't really like have an opinion on that. It's you do what you want to do, whatever.
All right, do what you want to do, what you pop it. Chrissy, let's talk about it. You content create, I content create. We know the internet can be a very mean place. How are you feeling about this?
I think they are doing it for their audience. They are clearly doing the bimbo effect for their clients. I don't know, it's not for us, and that's okay. I mean, literally looks is all about the field I'm in. Like, a lot of people get work done, and sometimes it's a lot drastically. They can look like Barbie dolls, but there's a market for that. There's literally a market for everything. I feel like, you know, make your money. Do what you gotta do. And if you're happy, then I'm happy. I mean, you like, I love it.
What is the market that you're talking about?
Drag me down for my look, so bimbofication is a whole market. I have a couple friends in it, and it's like where you get a lot of work done to look unnatural, like you're supposed to look uncanny valley. That's my fine. I'm supposed to look uncanny valley. So basically, you're supposed to look as plastic as possible and fake, even if it's, you know, bad for or really uncomfortable for the drastic eye. But there's a whole market, but there's people who spend thousands of dollars on you just to look like that. They seem to have like high elite type of clients because I know they dabble in sex work, so I'm sure it's for them.
Okay, so that's they keep
I'm
you saying
definitely sure
this
it's
is
for
market.
their clients.
I feel that. Okay, so Chrissy's taking
Yeah,
it
it's
from
a
another
market.
angle. I love that. I love that. It's for the clients. That's for, you know, whatever other work they're doing. You know, clearly they are a part of that lifestyle, whatever they got going. All right. JoJo, you do this stuff as well. We influence, we do these things. How are we feeling about this?
I definitely agree because I definitely think that they do, you know, it's an image that they uphold, like their tits, their ass, everything, their lips are fake. So like, why would they have fake tits and ass and not do their lips, you know? And obviously they are pretty large, you know, for most people, like, yeah, we're all going to be like, yeah, those are way too big. But being in like the cosmetic beauty industry, I definitely don't judge on enhancements, like women enhancements, you know, because if that's what's going to make you feel more confident, go ahead. Like, I still think that they look beautiful from this angle, and from the side, yeah, they do look, you know, pretty big. But I was just looking through their Instagram and just seeing like their other pictures and stuff like that. And, you know, even side profiles, you're going to look, they changed their picture. Like, I don't know.
So you feel what it is.
Look at the profile picture.
You do what you want when you pop it. So they know.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. Like, and obviously she said like it's for a market, and like bimbofication would definitely make sense because like if they want to attract a certain type of guy, they want to look a certain type of way. So like, you know, I don't know. People associate plastic surgery with money, I think, as well. So it's like that's just like another aspect of like their look. You know, like their lips are money, their hair is money, their nails are money, their boobs are money, their ass is money. Like their clothes are the highest possible, their cars are the highest possible. So like,
but I think it comes down to like sex sales.
Yeah, it does. That's what it's like. Image,
I'm like, because if you talk to, I could guarantee it, and I actually read an article about it. 9 out of 10 guys, maybe 10 out of 10 guys, but you can never say 100% of anybody. They dream of having threesomes with sisters. Like all about it. Like, look at that. Like you can't tell me like, and I'm not saying, you know, it's different between having sex with a female and wifing her. Nobody will probably want to wife them. Nobody wants that. They just want to have sex with them just to say they did it. So I don't know. I think JoJo, I think you're right. It's a whole market for it. Chris said, I think you're right. You know, it's a whole market that's their job. Just like we all go to work, they go to work too. So
yeah, and like Instagram is their work. Like their social media presence pays their bills, so they need to look the part for it. And in the comments, Alicia Morgan commented on like the Black women have been ridiculed and harassed for natural curvy bodies and full features always. You know, so now basically they're marketing off of, you know, that type of image of, you know, fat ass, big boobs, big lips, whatever. I don't know what their nationality is, but, you know, I wouldn't just like say they are one thing just because they look a certain way, but
they're black. They're black.
Okay, that's what that's what I thought, but you know,
they're black. They're not as tan. It's a lot of blackness.
Asian, something, you know, but like I just feel like it is definitely ingrained in our culture as well. So
all right, it's in the culture for it. All right, Tam, how we feeling about this? This how you like your ladies?
Not at all. Not at all.
This how you like them?
Oh no.
Well, who want everybody showing their stuff for everybody to see? That's a no-go.
Yeah, I like a natural Black woman, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, like everybody else said, sex sales people. You know, you have your own. I feel like they probably have some own internal issues about how they, look. 'Cause I remember when they, how they first looked, and just seeing the transformation to now, like I don't even recognize who they are. So I feel like they have their own standard of beauty. I don't know if they didn't like the way they look and they feel like keep enhancing themselves would make them feel better. But I mean, if that's what they want and that's what they want to do to their bodies, I say go for it. But I just wish they loved themselves how they was.
All right. So this is a little before and after for the audience, for everyone. Give a little look. And I'm going to go ahead and get to the next question. I'm going to go ahead and pop it over to you, Fit Hollywood 6. Would you personally date someone with enhancements of any sort? You know it. I don't know if people bring it up. However, would you personally date someone with enhancements? See, we can just talk about this all, whatever comes to mind.
Before I answer that question, I just want to comment that I love that y'all got Queef Burglar nickname QB in here in the comments. Y'all funny as hell for that. But
QB the OG.
Right, QB. But no, like that kind of go against everything I stand for, to be honest. Like my whole Fit Hollywood 6, that comes from like fitness, getting it done in the gym, like body positivity, like loving yourself for who you are. Like you were born a certain way for a reason, you know? So, and I'm not saying I'm judging anybody for getting any work done or whatever, but it's like it just goes against everything I stand for. Like I wouldn't wife anybody that got any work done, because we can do this ourselves. Like if you want a body, we can make that body. We can get in the gym and do that, like real life. So nah, that ain't for me. And it's like the longevity of it. Like what happens in 30, 40, 50 years to them
They ain't
injections?
gonna live that long. They ain't gonna live that long. Sorry.
Oh, here she goes.
They ain't gonna live that long. You ain't gotta worry about growing up with nobody old. So.
Oh Lord, Chris.
Yeah.
Anything else on that?
I mean, I mean that was just I mean that's kind of how I was gonna sum it up, because it's like I don't know what happens in the longevity with that stuff, but I do know it's not good though, because it's like.
Why you think I said that? Sorry,
I mean, yeah, you probably right. Like I don't want to be involved. I believe you. I believe you, because at the end of the day, from my understanding, it's still kind of poison just being injected directly into your body, and that's never good. But it's at the same time, America does that, and a lot of other places do that with food and stuff too. But again, that's my whole thing I stand on. So it's like this is just another form of it that I'm trying to fight. And it's like little girls looking up to stuff like this. Like I don't want little girls seeing this thing and they got to change their body image or their stuff like that. Like, yeah.
So the bigger picture is what you're looking at. Be healthy. Let's do it the right way. That's you. That's in your image. That's in your brand. All right, Libby Rose. I'm curious to hear what you have to say about the Claremont twins, and you like women as well. You accept everyone. Would you personally date someone with enhancements? And how do you feel about this? Let's say not even boobs. Let's say I hate my nose, or I want bigger boobs, or I want to get some lipo. Let's talk about it.
I think if it makes you happy, it makes you happy. I don't really mind. Me personally, like I've thought about like getting things done, like my lips and stuff like that. But I mean, I've learned to love myself as I am, and I think that whether you learn, to love yourself as you are, or you just you want something done, if it helps you to accept yourself, then I think that's what matters. I do agree with it in terms of you can get your body in the gym. That's what I'm trying to do. But you don't need plastic surgery, but if you want it, then get it. Who's to say you can't?
Okay. Period. Straight to the point. Q, let's talk about it.
Would I personally date someone with enhancements? If it was like that extreme, like I would say no. But if it like, I don't know, if her lips were done, you know what I mean? And I didn't like really, like sometimes I can't even tell sometimes too until you see the before and after. But yeah, I don't really care about their like what they choose to do. It is what it is, to be honest. Like, I just don't understand it, I guess. That's why.
So let's talk about what you don't understand.
I mean, like, what are we enhancing? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many infinite like looks of a nose, looks of like look of a mouth, look of like eyes, like everyone's so fucking unique, and like to take away like, you know, your natural look and defeat that potential of what could have been, like, not to say like it is taken away, because if it does make you happy, and like, you know what I mean, surgery or lipo or whatever it is, body wise, if it makes you happy, it makes you happy. But I feel like the world is very cruel, and has put this concept in our minds that like we aren't good enough in so many like situations, so many like categories, and especially physically, because the world makes money off that. It's like we go back to sex sales. Like, I'm watching Looney Tunes again, like, you know what I mean, and it's fucking hilarious because you just see like the sexual stuff even back in the what was it, like 60s, I don't know, 70s, who knows, Bugs Bunny and them, like, just doing sexual shit. Like, it is what it is, like, but it has a deeper meaning behind it, in my opinion. But I don't think we need to enhance anything besides like our minds and our capability of fucking loving each other. So,
but some people
and I agree.
Have that. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I agree with everything Q just said, because like it's like, what are we enhancing? Like, we all are made so beautifully. Like, we're all unique.
Like that's easy for men to say, or
it's not though. It's not though. It's not though.
It much so is, because
it's not though. But it's like, I grew up obese, like I really did, and it was hard to love myself. I grew up dark skinned and obese. So it's not easy. Like,
so
it's like it wasn't easy.
Let me get my point through of what I'm trying to say here. Obviously, we all have our hands. I get it. What I'm saying is, with women and curves, that's a different thing. Men are expected to be, I guess, say top notch in shape. You know, whatever. You know, look like a Greek god, whatever, chiseled down to the feet. Cool. But I'm speaking upon women in pressures. I see majority women and women, you know, whatever, getting plastic surgery, getting enhancements, doing those things. I know men can get ab chisels and can also get lipo and can get all those things too. But I just know for a fact it's still affecting more women.
Yeah.
With the plastic surgery. I do get the body image aspect for everybody, but with enhancements, and I feel like it's easier to say when you're not seeing everybody with bigger titties or bigger asses, or, you know, you can say, oh, I want these abs. A man will go do push-ups. A woman will go look at their phone like, what can I do? We're just different.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. That's what Q is talking about, though. It's like, that's what's supposed to make everybody special. Everybody's unique. We're not supposed to all look the same. And it's like we're being brainwashed to think, oh, everybody has to look a certain way. Like, no, everybody is beautiful the way they are. Like, that's body positivity. If I saw a comment earlier saying body positivity means do what you need to do, no, body positivity in real life is loving you for you. Like, you look in the mirror and love you for you, because this body that you have, that's one thing. With your mind, what's your mind look like? What type of things are you learning? Like,
I just know.
Let a lady chime. We'll let a lady chime in. Let a lady chime in.
I was just gonna say that I think that was what China was trying to say, is that the pressure for women to look unison is greater than the pressure on men to look unison. Like, you can look different in the face, but the body, like, basically the media wants all the males' bodies, you know, to be fit and muscular and have abs. But women, there's so many different altercations between color of your hair, the way how big your lips are, how high your cheekbones are, how big your tits are, how big your ass is. Like,
and these are expectations perpetuated still that men like. Bigger
it's greater in women than men.
But I'm saying that's the problem. Like, we're allowing the media to tell people how they are supposed to look.
But it's not just media. We're not going to do that. That's just media. That's not just media, because I think like when it comes to, I seen a post yesterday that said men never said they wanted women to get fake bodies. Actually, y'all did. Because actually y'all was like, oh, I had a dude tell me you will be cuter if you gain 10 pounds. You would be cuter if your ass was fatter. You would be cuter if your head wasn't so narrow.
And you are in shape. And you are in shape. You are in shape.
Very much so.
Yes. Yes.
I
So,
think the problem.
Can I say something as a bigger girl? I personally see a lot of hourglass, big hips, big boobs pushed onto the main platform of things. So like Kardashians, for example, great example. They have all had some sort of surgery, some sort of enhancement, and they have pushed weight loss products, blah, blah, blah. And people look to that. I think media does have an influence, because me personally, I grew up thinking that I had to be thin for people to like me. And I didn't start gaining weight until high school. So I used to be very, very active, very fit. And then, things happen, and naturally I gained weight. And, it sucked growing up as a teenager when media was starting to get bigger and bigger. Seeing people like the Kardashians have these perfect bodies and these perfect, whatever, or as the media deems perfect. You know what I mean? So
but what about the black women who had those bodies before the Kardashians had them?
Media still, like, the media crucified them. Like, these people in the media have an agenda. Like, they have an agenda, and it's just as simple as that. Like, they're gonna push their agenda when it
I don't
meets
think
their
the media is
benefits.
deliberately like saying you need to get this in order to be cool. I just think that there's an underlined.
It's men and women, both sides, man. I'm telling you, like men are like pursuing this image and thinking that like we're glorifying money and this shape and thinking like that's it, like the giant ass and the giant breasts is it. Like that's what I need. When really, in reality, that's not like that's been given to us from the start to just be drunk off that shit. Like that's not even what it is. Like I don't understand. It's both sides. Media, it has the power because that's our visual. That's what we like. Our phones is too much. You guys know the fucking deal. But like,
can we? I'm just go ahead.
No, you got it. You got it. 6.
I was gonna say, can we agree that like I guess like thick and curvy is in now? Can we agree with that? Because everybody's doing it.
Pissed me off though.
Can we agree with that? Can we like collectively? Can we collectively agree with that? Can we collectively agree with that? Okay, cool.
I agree.
Y'all remember? Do y'all remember American? Not American Idol, but like what was the show? The America's Top Model. America's Top Model. Do y'all remember that? That was what Skinny was in. The same way clothes go in and out of fashion is the same way they're doing with body images. That makes no sense.
Right
People
now,
are always going to be different.
Yeah.
But
People are always going to be different.
Got all the backlash and said that wouldn't exist to this day because of what Tyra held those girls to. Tam, I want to get on with you before you gotta get out of here. How are you feeling about this? Does social media, affect your body image?
I feel like it does play a big part because it is
there's so much I wanted to say about that.
What'd you say, Chrissy?
I said there is so much I wanted to say with the guys towards their plastic surgery. It's just, I hear this all the time, and it's kind of hilarious to me.
All right, we're gonna try in one sec, Chris.
So
I'm gonna get Tam out of here. Oh no, you're fine. I don't know what happened. Lord Jesus, we got all types of technicals. Tam, go ahead, Tam.
Yeah, no, I do think it does play a part of it. I do feel like sometimes media do push, like, what the standard of what a woman's supposed to look like. And it's just weird how body types are, like, so important because, like, even back in the day, as far as, like, slavery, I don't know if y'all remember, like, Sarah Barnum. She was a woman that was really heavy set, big butt, big boobs.
Very first.
And, like, the very first, and it was, like, a show for them. Like it was
circus.
Something. Yeah, it was a big circus. Like it was a joke. And it's just like, again, black women from Africa, very curvy hips, things like that. And it's like sometimes we used to get judged for that, but now it's like a glorified thing, and then you see other people trying to look like it. So it's really weird how it has, played, because you do hear young girls talk about, I can't wait to look like so and such, and they say I want to get my body done like that, and it's so sad to hear little kids even talking about that. And so I think it does play a lot because that's what we see. And even me as a plus size girl, like I used to look at certain people like I should be skinny, like things like that. And it's like you don't, because they don't cater to a lot of plus size people as far as what we wear and things like that. You get that thought like maybe if I was skinny, I could pull off some of these outfits that some of these models have. I can't it be in my size. So it does play a role in it because you don't feel like you're pretty, but sometimes you just have to kind of face that and love yourself. And I'm getting to that point of loving who I am and the body that I'm in. And someone's going to love me for who I am as well. So I think you got to kind of push away from that agenda. But I think it does play a lot into the mindsets of the world and how people view you.
Talk your shit.
Tammy, don't you think though, it's like, because being completely honest, we got to remember the slave owners slept with the slaves. Don't you think it's like such a phenomenon that all these white people want to look like us all of a sudden?
Facts.
All of a sudden. Like it make me so angry. And I just be like, how is it that y'all hate us, but y'all want to be us so bad? It's weird. It's a weird flex to me. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's something that I never understand. It's a conversation that's gonna keep happening because it's just like, y'all want to be so bad.
It's never ending.
Yeah,
it's not.
Chrissy, I want to get your thoughts on this, Chrissy. How you feeling about all this? Social media affecting your body? What you got to say?
Okay. For starters, I just want to say that people just love lies in general. I mean, a lot of guys will say they want natural, but they'll be dating girls who get work done in secret and they don't even know about it. It's very like, there's so much, it just depends on what you're trying to look like, what industry you're in. Like, it just is a lot of people who have work done. It's like no denying that. Like, there's so many people who have had all sorts of work done, including myself. Like, I'm not natural fully, and that's just the way of the world now. Just people lie about it or they don't say anything at all. And I mean, it's really no one's business. It's like, if you want to reveal how much work you got done, it really doesn't matter, because natural or not, like, people are gonna assume you have work done anyway, or just like eventually you do get something done, someone's gonna criticize you, so it really doesn't matter because we're all gonna die anyway.
I have a question for you. What is the thought process when you are thinking about getting work done? You say you've had dabbled, whatever. Fine. What is your process for those? Because more than one, this panel is a lot of people that are like, accept yourself, love yourself. The girls ain't gonna do that. Sometimes it's just easier for the girls to get it done and look what you want to look. And I'm not hating on that. I'm with it. Let's talk about that process for people. And, it's not always necessarily a negative thing.
Well, I just was like, I want to make myself, I know a certain way I want to look. I gained a lot of weight and I wanted to look how I used to look when I lost a lot of weight, and my face wasn't doing that for me. So I enhanced my profile. And like, I don't have to announce that to the world or not. And like, it doesn't really matter, but it made me happy to show, like, to get my old face back. And like, yes, I could be natural and I could be like, oh, just love myself. But if I'm not happy, then it doesn't even matter. To me, I'm my priority. I have to live with myself every day. I have to take my photos. I have to make my money. And if I'm not happy, then there's something I'm going to do about it to change it. I do my research. I look at places. I don't just jump the gun.
Affect what you have going on. Like, it does when we are influencing, we are doing things. I know that I edit. I know I try to get to the best ability a good picture. So those things still do matter and even hold more weight when you're making money off of your image. I think that we invest in good computers. We invest in new work clothes. We invest in new work boots. Sometimes you got to invest when you're making your money off of your image on yourself.
I agree. And
my job,
I seen one comment. I seen one comment that girl, whoever it was, commented and said the gym is not gonna get her boobies right after she have a baby.
It's
that. So if she can do as much chest as she want to, but that milk is gonna weigh it down. So I understand when it comes to you, Chrissy, and everybody else on the panel, when it comes to you feeling good about yourself, go ahead. Somebody gonna talk about you anyways, so it doesn't even matter.
And I always think someone could always be worse.
They used to talk about me before.
People always gonna talk, so it's a mute point. We always gonna talk about how we feel, all those things. Now I want to hear from the men. Fit, does social media affect you? Do you feel social media affects your body image as a man?
I mean, yeah, like I had to come to a realization that, and a realization and acceptance that like everybody has different genetics. Like I'm not gonna lean out as easy as the next person might, you know. And I had to also kind of like switch my way of thinking, because it's like I like thick women, I really do, but I'm also I'm a thick male. Like I work out like 6, sometimes 7 times a week. Just I'm constantly working out. But it's like, damn, why the fuck can I lean out? I eat good. I track my calories most of the time, but I'm not as lean as I want to be. It's crazy. But it's like, damn, I'm just kind of like a thick guy. But I like thick women. I really like thick women. And it's like, damn, okay, I'm a thick guy as well. So I have to like accept that. But it's like, I follow a lot of workout shit. I follow a lot of workout pages. I follow The Rock. I follow shit like that. Like I want to look like that. I want to be super lean. It's like, it's not happening.
You use it for motivation, not more.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, is it because what you see is achievable in men's view? It seems like I can do all, and it would never be a second resort to just have what people would call a quick fix, even though I know that's not true. But would that ever... Like, would you ever get ab etching, or, I can't get there? Like, you're going to maybe always be a thicker guy. Would you ever, take that next step so you can get lean?
It just ain't for me, because it's like, I know I just got to work harder. I got to work harder and smarter. Like I have to do something I haven't done before. And I'm starting to lean out. Like I really am. Like I'm starting to cut my body fat percentage. I'm doing more I hate cardio, but I'm doing more cardio. I'm really, really tracking my calories like every fucking day. Like I'm drinking more water, and it's working. It's slower. I will say that it's slower for me than the next person, but I'm gonna appreciate it more when I get to where I want to be. So that's how I have to look at it. Okay. But social media, I mean, I will say, yeah, it affects it, because it's like I think I said this on like maybe 2 shows ago. Like people will like look at me and think I don't know what I'm talking about because I'm not as lean as the next person. But like I live this shit.
Right,
I really live this shit.
Yeah,
they shit on my shirt. This me. You feel me?
Yeah. You brand. That's what I'm saying. But again, that still is an emphasis to work and work harder. But again, no one knows how hard someone is working, and I can't imagine how much that would piss me off if somebody were to tell me, oh, or just assume by how you look that they're one way. You don't know what someone's story is. So thank you for that. Q, let's hear from you. Does social media affect how you view your body and your body image?
I mean, I honestly can't say like yes to that. I'm gonna say no, just because like. I mean,
you've always been a lean guy. So let's say this, for example. You've always been a lean guy, as long as I've
known. Yeah. And like,
I wish I was
exactly
walking through here,
and what Hollywood said, like, it could be just straight genetics. Like, I know I'm lean and still like, but I still feel like I'm out of shape or like where I'm at right now. And I bet you Hollywood got me in like endurance or strength right now, just because and people would say, oh, because he's bigger. Like, nah, like it just work. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like your body image will be affected by social media, just because we all have some type of insecurity in something. But like, I just don't have that for me, just because like I'm me, man. I love my locks. I love my fucking anime shirts and shit. Like I'm chilling. I'm rapping. Like, social media is fucking dangerous, because it is a loophole, and you can get really like thinking like, damn, like why am I not like looking like these people? But that's not the case. You don't have to look like these people. You just have to stay you, because you look like you, and accept it and move on. So yeah.
So do it affect you though?
No, never.
So never. This does not up your alley.
No, like it's no. My body image is it is what it is. Like,
Cool ass nigga.
exactly.
So
I'm
that's
fit,
my
like,
body image.
yeah, exactly. Like,
All right, Jojo. Let's hear from you. Did social media affect your? Now we are friends in personal life and in real life, as most of the panel. Sorry, we never talk about this honestly. So, do you ever feel like it affects your body on social media?
Yeah, I would say it has in a positive and a negative way. So like I like 2015, I would say like I really like slimmed down and like really got to like my ideal weight, and just from like I was working out, you know, and stuff like that, and I was getting inspo like from Instagram, you know, because it was like I feel like before makeup beauty gurus kind of like took over, it was definitely a lot of like fitness people like on Instagram just like at first. And you know, obviously it was closer to the start of like Instagram. I don't know when Instagram first came out. I was definitely in high school, but it had probably only been out for a few years. So like people posting their bodies regularly, these women who had already had enhancements or women who had just been working out for a while, you know, were blasted, and I was following all of them. So it did give me like oh, well, I don't look like them, so I want to like better myself. But it also gave me like the inspiration to work out to better myself.
But is it a false? Is it? I feel like I follow more like enhanced women because I like the girls. I like the influence. I like all that. I'm with Aries. I like influencers and I like all that. I don't mind big ass and titties, all that. Kardashians, Kylie. I like all those girls. So do you feel like that encourages you to be more in shape? Because when I look at them, I don't be like, oh, I'm gonna get in shape. I know that they had to work for it and twerk for it. But you know, whatever, that's fine. So I think that I got to go look at a fitness girl. But do you think that that makes you want to push, knowing that they ain't push it for real?
So at first, that's what I'm saying is like I was following a lot of like the fitness people who pushed to get it. So it kind of gave me that like it wasn't negative in a way, because I guess I was like, well, I'm not good enough. I want to, you know, look better, this and that. You know, I want to be smaller. And now I feel like because of the enhancements and people are coming forward about it, like if they weren't before, you know, I didn't notice that they had enhancements. I just thought like they had a nice body or something.
Yeah.
Now, you know, there is so many enhancements that sometimes you can or can't tell. You know, and I still obviously like now my body image, you know, I obviously like love where I'm at necessarily. Like I wouldn't say that I'm like striving to like look like someone specifically, but I still do. I'm like, damn, like I wish my hips were bigger, because
it's so hard to tell, you know, when you look.
Yeah.
I can't even. Yeah. I'm like, I can't even tell. I'm just telling. I used to be it's like funny because I'm one of those people that are naturally curvy. Everybody know I have a big old butt. Everybody knows. But for me, that's something that I could never relate to or wrap my head around. Because I have friends and I know people who have been laid up. It's how the girls be bleeding for me after the BBLs and, you know, the cuts and all that. And I'm just like, but if I didn't have this body, if I wanted something, I think I might go through it. So that's what I'm saying. This is a want. You're cut up like surgery. Like I've had knee surgery before, but that's what I was trying to say to the guys. Like that's really how unhappy some people really feel and how much that matters to some people. People are cut up. It's a surgery. You know, it's a surgery. So that's really like I empathize with people in that way. So that's my 2 cents, and I'll stop.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's affected me positively and negatively because I feel like I've grown out of like I you know want to look like them, or they're like super tiny and I need to be tiny and have a big ass or something. But like I've grown more into like, okay, especially as social media has grown, there's been a lot more natural women or thicker women. Like, you know, even having you as a friend, I'm like, okay, like you are, you know, more curvy and voluptuous on the lower end. And, you know, like I look at it and I'm like, damn, like that would be nice. But then I'm like, but it's what makes us literally like different. Otherwise, like, all of me, my friends would just go around looking the same. Big.
Everybody would have big
talk your shit.
hair,
you know. Talk your shit.
Yeah, so
That's real. That's real. That's real though, because I don't know. I like having different girlfriends of different types. Because when we used to go out, I'd be with the girls. I need a girl to look one way. Because what if you don't like all that? Or what if you like somebody that's real? But you gotta hang with all types of hoes. Okay.
On my soul, when I used to be in my little wild days, you feel me? The variety, like, okay, y'all got this, y'all got that. Like,
They
you
say,
feel me?
oh, they like, oh, they're white, black, Puerto Rican, or Haitian.
Yeah.
They all got big old butts and titties. Like, okay, what's the difference? What we got going?
That's why I love when we go out, China, because it's just a whole mix of girls, and it's so fun.
It's fun because it's like we would think like, okay, we don't get play at different places, but it really depends who and what. Like being a person, you always get surprised. It's in dating, like, oh, they like me or whatever. So I think it's somebody up there for everybody. I'm gonna leave it to our guest, Chrissy, to close us out. Do you feel like social media affects your body image?
Yes. I mean, I went from being really chubby to the internet tearing me apart and saying I was pregnant and getting my family involved. It was really bad. Like,
Wait, what? You were getting trolled?
to the point where, like, years ago, yeah, they would say I was pregnant, and they would like people were coming to me, personal friends, like, "Hey, I saw on your gossip site that they say you were pregnant. Are you pregnant?" It was bad. It was bad. And it was my heaviest, like when I gained the most weight, so I was super insecure. And like just being on like even a mini spotlight, I couldn't even imagine if I was like a bigger celeb. That like destroyed my image of myself. So
So let's talk about that.
social
Okay,
media
on
definitely
IG, come
tears
on,
me
let's not
apart.
be modest. On IG, you popping on IG for what you do. You're in the cosplay community. Are people in the cosplay community more accepting of people's bodies? I'm not really familiar like to the T with cosplay, but I see different shapes and sizes. Or are they like, you got to look like this too, or you got to look like one of them anime girls? You know, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I think if you are Black, you're gonna have a harder time regardless, unfortunately. They it's just like it's much easier when you're Asian or white off the bat to be in the cosplay community. It kind of always been like that. But like it seems more toned down now with body image. I think it's more so like trolls, like haters will say that stuff. Like but
It's really
people
haters.
who are
So
like
you can
super
see that.
people with
trusting.
nothing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really
All
what
that.
gets you because a lot of like people at cons, they don't really give a crap what you look like. They don't care about your body image or what you. It's basically the people online, the platform, which is what drives people to like get work done or not get work done because of you're constantly getting these messages and then like it affects you. That's when it starts to. I think that's what really sets it. But otherwise, people at cons have always been nice to me. They've never been like you're fat, blah 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 blah. I've never had those issues in person or like the community itself has never treated me that way. It's always been like the image of people, like the bigger you get and like how you brand yourself. That really
Trolls,
like
that type of.
took a toll on my self-image.
Okay.
Yeah, the people constantly watching you, nitpicking everything you do. I mean, reading that you're ugly every day really takes a toll. Like people just nitpicking every inch of your body can really F you up.
You're like your nostrils crooked, your left lip is bigger.
They're like this way.
Every-
You looking so hard. You're like you must
You
like
have
it.
a lazy eye.
You must
Ugh.
like what
They're
you
like,
see.
oh,
No,
you
literally.
Just like it
The
then.
teeth are crooked. I'm like, okay,
Whatever.
What do you want from me?
you're gonna
They
pay for
literally
them?
compare you to your
Right,
friends.
exactly. You want to send me the money?
They'll,
Go ahead, Chrissy.
literally, it's sad. They'll compare you to your friends. They'll be like, "Oh, she's unfortunately bad built." Like it's bad. It's fucked up.
Oh, that's
It's like,
people
what
are
do you-
just
That's what I think. What do you look like?
bro.
What do you look
Nothing.
like? That's what I
What
think.
do you look like?
What do you look like?
Branded
Probably look like
00576.
If you don't have a profile picture, you ain't a looker. I don't care what nobody say. If you ain't got no
Let's
profile
go.
picture, I'm leaving it on that. No profile picture.
If I'ma spend, I gotta pay for some friends. Let me pay for some friends. If I'ma spend, shot a brain, your friend.
It's the no profile pictures for me, y'all. But alas, we are coming
Yeah.
to a close. We are getting through it. The show is going well. All is going great. All right, y'all. If you have just joined for whatever reason, this is the Nightcap Crew. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Help me reach 1,500 subscribers. I'm on the way. We're building. We're doing more. The more you help me, the more we can help the crew. And we can go ahead and start shooting up in LA. And I can pay everybody thousands of dollars and we can do all that. But until then, we will see you guys here next Wednesday for sure. Won't happen overnight. That's why we need people like you. I want to give a very, 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 very special thank you to our wonderful guest, Chrissy Victory. Make sure you guys give her a great and a quick and an efficient follow at Chrissy Victory with 2 Y's on Instagram and on, what else are you on, Chrissy, that you want them to hear about?
TikTok.
Twitter. I'm on Twitter. Chrissy Victory with no doubled Y's. No double, just 1 Y.
Chrissy Victory, you'll find her.
I'm everywhere. I'm all over Google.
She's all over Google. She gonna laugh and be like, and y'all gotta go see what's going on. You guys will know. Be like, oh, Chrissy Victory. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Make sure you guys check her out. Our wonderful guest. I'm so happy that you are here. It's wonderful to have someone like you to be on the show that I do know, and it's been a long time, but I'm happy that we're able to connect. And all the best luck to you in moving forward, Chrissy Victory. This is the Nightcap Crew. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Fit Hollywood 6,
Thanks for having me.
You.
JoJo, thank you for being here, Chrissy, as well. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
If I'ma spend, I gotta pay for some friends. Let me pay for some friends. If I'ma spend, shot a brain, your friends.
Woo!
Why are they on my